Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Leo. As you can see, I'm here in a different location. I'm here in Turkey and enjoying a yoga retreat. So I'm gonna give you a little picture in the back. You don't see the ocean, but you do see it a little bit. So just that you can see that for this video. So today we have Sun in Taurus, highlighting the moon in your sign. And of course the first thing that comes to my mind is that you are, through Taurus, able to see the self-worth that you're working on very strongly, and that self-worth is important because that's what Taurus brings to us, right? That's the quality, the second house of worth in everything that we buy, but also in how we see our own selves. And you bring the strength to the people, because I mean, he gets the information and he has this beautiful mudra where his two fingers are pointing down, two fingers are pointing up, and he says, I'm in the center, I'm in the middle, I don't change, right? And I want to bring that to the people, and that's why you have this triangle here. You as well want to bring that, but you have to bring that strength within yourself to this infinite loop of the number 8 above your head, right? And so you are ruled by the sun, and you are the 5th house of joy. So having self-worth to enjoy yourself and to enjoy the people that you have closest to you is speaking to you today through these two cards, right? So the sun in Taurus, moon in your sign, that's the headline. The inspiration that comes here to you is to recognize self-worth and that you just enjoy yourself as well, right? You don't have to constantly work on uniting these two energies, but also enjoy it. Then I have, of course, as your court card, the King of Wands. If your birthday is between July 13 and August 12, this is your court card, and as you can see, he's facing the left spinning cycle, and the left spinning cycle is the soul cycle. And now today you get a right spinning reading. On your full moon you get a left spinning reading, and the right spinning rotation of the earth is the day and night, every 24 hours, right? And the left spinning is 25,800 years long to the left. We divide it through the 12 zodiac signs and we get an age. Currently we're in the age of Pisces and going the age of Aquarius, which is opposite of you. So here you are sitting, looking into the left spinning cycle. It's almost like you're recognizing through the soul that you are going to be in the shadow of Aquarius, but you're going to bring a deep creativity and sexuality to Aquarius through the AI, through the artificial intelligence. You're going to bring the sexual energy to this automatic, to the machine, to things that are having no blood and no, people say no soul, but we don't know that, right? So here you are facing the left spinning path, which is the soul path, and on your full moon you get the soul reading. All 24 major arcanas are lying here, and I read them from right to left. Today I read this reading from left to right, which is, I have your court card and 9 other cards out of the major arcanas. To Taurus I gave a movement, right? I don't want him to sit here anymore. I want him to move. I want him to bring the message to the people. And you, I gave you, of course, the breath, right? The lion's breath, lion's position, and you really should do that every day. You should stick the tongue out, right? You should stick the tongue out. It's very good for you. Okay, so your body part is the heart, and of course for Taurus it's the neck, it's the throat, so also the speech. It's very important to speak up, speak from your heart, right? To the last reading where we had Aries Sun highlighting Leo Moon, you got a very beautiful message, which was Libra's pink full moon is bringing awareness to all female equality. So here you had justice, and you are having the moon and the equality that we want to see in this world for all females. So let's see what today is the message for you, right? Because I mean, that's what it is. It's like a cyclical energy. Bringing awareness to all female equality is something that's really important, because you have the justice. And so let's see what the Fool is trying to tell you today. So here we have the Fool, and on the position of the Fool came Strength, came your card. And it's very interesting. It's really, for me, it's really like, what is he doing? Why is he beating the lion? And it's of course a total different energy than what you see here, right? Here she's touching the head, she's touching the mouth, and it's almost like submissively looking up at her, and she's literally saying, yes, I know you're a wild beast, but you also belong to purity, you also belong to the highest within you. And so here it's almost like he's beating him, and he's submissive down on the ground, and he looks actually very strange. He has these like very short paws, and he's this muscular personality, and it's very, I mean, it's just like, it's almost like it's a dream. Maybe there's a dream coming to you, speaking to you in the position of the Fool, because this is a state of consciousness that's saying, okay, go soul path, go your soul path, and recognize now that you are working on combining this side, but not with a stick. And it's really interesting, this stick is pointing up into this corner, and this stick is also pointing up in this corner. And it's almost like the wand, right, is saying, make sure that your actions are very clear and very open to what it is that wants to come to you right now, because this is you in a different perspective, right? And of course, this is the Visconti Sforza Tarot. It's one of the oldest tarots, or intact tarots, that they have found. So we will get back to that. Then comes on the position of the Magician, comes the magic, and the magic is the number 33. Instantly you have here a portal, 3-3. 2 times 3 is the creativity and being powerful. And so maybe this is speaking to you directly in recognize your power, but also recognize that you want to do things in a very creative way. And the magic from the Magician is that state of consciousness that says, I'm inspired. I'm really deeply inspired now, because it's almost like you really brought him down to his knees, this Leo, right? This wild side. And of course, it's still, you know, I kind of prefer, of course, this, right? This card than this one. But there we go. Here we have this side as well. So maybe sometimes we need to beat our own selves and submit that wild side, that side that wants to be the king and the Leo and wants to be right. Maybe we don't need to be right, and we need to become like this child, almost magically enlightened, because interesting enough, it's her with her white dress. Here he has red and blue, and he has red shoes, so it's very active, right? But here you see it's her. She's standing here and she's like, be careful. Be careful in the way you treat yourself. Don't do too much. Don't push your wild side too much down to the ground. That's somehow what I get. Like, don't. Your inspiration is to just be this beautiful, angelic personality. You don't need to beat this poor lion down to extinction, right? Keep your little claws, right? Because otherwise you just become the lion in the or the sheep's cloth, right? So that's like what I feel here. Then comes on the position of the high priestess comes the fool. And this is your intuition, right? Because she sits right between the yin and the yang, the black and the white. And so the fool is literally looking over at her and he's saying, yeah, you are beginning to understand that you just have to be. You just have to be you, right? The lady in white, beautiful, gentle, and at the same time wild. And so you can begin to connect with your higher consciousness, with your intuition, and begin a whole new path. And of course the path is also connected here to the soul path. Meanwhile, he is kind of physically facing the soul path, but the lion is the path of the human. And so maybe that's what's speaking here as well to you directly. Then comes on the position of the Empress. Interesting enough, again, the Justice. You had it last time in the reading in Aries Sun. Hitting Leo Moon, right? So here you are getting the same message again on the position of the Empress. And the Empress is the number 3. And the Empress is here with 2 times 3. And interesting enough, he's the number 8. He's not the number 11. Because some schools changed the position of Libra and Leo to 8 or 11. And here in this deck, you have usually the 8, the number 8, right? And here also the 8. And of course, here the 8 is Justice, is Libra, right? And Libra is an air sign, and Libra understands that there is a shift coming. And she's looking at you, and she's literally smiling very gently. And she's like, recognize the new path. I recognize that I am walking this new path, and I recognize that I find deep within myself an understanding of I am the Empress, I am the one that gives birth to the new form, and I give form to an 8, which is now inhabited by Libra and not by Leo. So it's almost like you have found here the Justice to recognize that you have worked in controlling this wild side, which is natural to you, right? You are like a wild one, and I want you to keep that wild side. Don't beat it down, but you see now that the balance is important, to find really truly a balance deep within you. Then on the position of Taurus comes you. So you come up through Taurus. Taurus is speaking to you directly and saying, recognize, yes, you don't want the other. You don't want this. It's really interesting. It's almost saying, no, this is not you. This is not you. This is you. And it's almost like saying, here you are, gentle, understanding that the 3-3 brings the power to you, and you have an 8-8 portal, and 2 times 3 is the creativity in being powerful, and 2 times 8 is having the creativity to understand the Earth star, the infinite loop, the infinite sign, that you have come before, and that you find justice within yourself, this infinite 8 that I drew for you, right, with the lion breath. So do the lion breath a lot. Do it every morning, do it every night. Just release whatever you want to release, but do not beat that wild side down in you, right? It's really also what makes you unique, what makes you you. And then comes on the position of the King of Wands, the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is Jupiter in Pisces, so the age of Pisces is speaking to you, and you go dive deep down, and here Leo is facing the left spinning path, so the soul is recognizing, and she's looking over there, and you've been quite in a place of, here I am all by myself, and I am happy, and I have found a way, but now I might have to go and show myself again, because that's what Leo wants. Leo wants to show itself and come out. And this is the wish card, right? So here you have a big diamond, look at that, down there. And so you are that diamond in the forming. You have worked on yourself, you have recognized that this doesn't work at all, and that you are this beautiful, magical being, this beautiful energy, and you have control over it, and that you have started a new path where you are recognizing that justice deep within does bring you to a place of balanced harmony. And so here you are emerging completely as the card, as the strength card, as Leo. And so now the luck card is bringing you out into the world. Go and live your life. Go and be however you want to be, because if you put him here, he's literally facing the other side. He's like, yeah, we together face the left, but we recognize that we have to go now into the human path as well, because we are born in this body and we need to do whatever we need to do. Then comes on the position of Leo, right? The Tower, the number 16, which is then the 1. And the 1 on the Magician came her, right? So there is the magic within you is breaking structures apart. And of course, the 6 is Gemini, speaking already to the next reading, the self-love, the understanding that you have come to a magical place. If I would calculate the 2 3s together, it's a 6. And so you have come at a magical place, and you need new structures. Together it's a 7. You don't have a 7 here, but recognize that something needs to go, something is going, because you're looking over there, and it's almost like saying, unless this is gone, I will not come out of my subconscious. I will stay in my luck card, right? And of course, this is where your king in you, the king in you, is speaking to you and saying, okay, here I have to go out into the world, because the world needs people like me who are conscious, who are working on themselves. And you see, it's very bluish, it's very water, a water energy that's happening here. It's almost like this castle is like somehow also deep underwater, and she's looking over at it, and she's like, okay, I think I slowly have to come out of this subconscious energy. Then on the position of the moon comes the caterpillar, and that's the number 4 here. And this caterpillar is bringing you opportunities, new opportunities to develop now the longing to evolve up into the sky, like the age of Aquarius, up into the air signs, right? So here's Libra, it's an air sign. Up into this possibility of the foolish idea as well, because the fool is no physical energy, it's just a state of consciousness that says, I'm foolish enough to just do whatever I want, but also listen to my intuition, right? And so the caterpillar is that moment of like, I'm taking responsibility for my transformation, and look, I feel like these two really work together. So something is leaving, and you are coming out of this state of consciousness. You want to become this. This is you. This is what you are looking at when you are looking over the tower to her, and you're like, wow, yeah, I can imagine to become like this interesting creature here, all pink and all lovely, and yeah, I have the magic deep within me to bring that to the people. Yes, I want to evolve up, and I want to shift, and I want to transform into this beautiful creature, right? So then on the position of the Sun, which is in Taurus, comes the 25. And the 25 is music, is speaking your word. And it's very interesting because he has the blue scarf here on his throat. He's saying, yes, speak up, child, speak your words, say whatever you have to say, and recognize the power that you're unleashing by now opening up yourself. And the 25 is then again a 7. So this is necessary, right? This is important so that you find your new body, so your new responsibility, and that you open yourself up through music, that you open your energies and dance again. And so here with the 7-7 portal, there is this speaking your word, because Taurus is the number 5, is the 5th chakra, is speaking the word, is the one that brings the message down. And you need to bring the message down, right? And the 2, of course, is begin wherever you can begin to speak and say what you have to say, because the High Priestess brought the Fool here. And of course the 5 is then here, the Hierophant on the position of the Sun, right? And of course on the position of the Moon, right here where the Moon is, came you. And so you are now recognizing with the Tower that you want to let go things that just doesn't work anymore. You are done with it. You are ready to live a new life, to open yourself up to new possibilities. You want to dance. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to liberate yourself, right? And so that's what you're doing. You're going in this direction. You are wanting to be free, right? You are wanting to be this new type of empowerment, because then on the position of the World comes this big butterfly, right? The wings of the social status of Capricorn, and the World is feeling how Pluto is going back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn. And next year, in the end of next year, 2024, Pluto will be 20 years in the Aquarian energy. And so Capricorn, the social status, the World that is looking for social status all the time, is literally saying now you have a reason to open and bring your opportunities out into the world, to dance here, to a new type of social status, because the butterfly is now opening up its wings, and only the hell energy that they connect with the devil exists in your head. It's not something that we that there is a creature that exists. It exists in all of us, but it also exists, this transformation, the dance, the letting go. And he is the dancer in my tarot card deck, right, for yoga positions. He's the dancer, and he's like, okay, I'm dancing myself up in the social status, and here you have the music to dance. So Capricorn is helping you to bring inside of you something out of you that says, I want to bring more of a gentleness into my life, because this doesn't work for me anymore, right? This foolish idea here doesn't work for me anymore. What works for me is this. I want to be the magic. I want to know I have wings, butterfly wings, and I want to know that I can dance, and that I can socially dance myself up into my own social status. I create my own social status. I transform myself in that social status. I want to be whatever I want to be, and I let go of things. If they don't make sense to me anymore, I let go. And this is the card number 15. What is here? The 5, the Hierophant, right? And the 1, of course, the Magician. So magically you're taking responsibility now to really go out into the world and say, I want to be who I am. I want to love myself. I don't want to beat my lion with a stick anymore. I know that I have something within me that's unique, and I'm gonna cherish that, and I'm gonna live that, and I'm gonna show that to the world. Wow. Beautiful. So beautiful. So I hope I see you in the next one, because that's when the Earth spins in such a way that we see the constellation Gemini behind the Sun. And we have a 6 here, and we have a 6 here. Right? So here's a 6, and here this 15 as then the 6. So you see things are still shifting and changing, and it's good for you to look at this and to recognize Gemini self-love. A deep self-love is gonna help you to spread your wings, right? To bring yourself from the caterpillar into the butterfly. However you do it is up to you. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.